Grand Rising once again. I had promised you that after 5 comments, I'd upload a video. And here we are. So I'm a bit late because I was trying to help someone. One of my buddies got into a situation, so I was trying to help him out. There are two types of people who will be listening to this video. The first type is you. You're probably what we call an empath. And as an empath, as long as you've lived long enough, you've encountered what we call narcissists in the world. The second group are the narcissists themselves. Now you might ask me, why do I need to engage? Why do I need to fortify myself with this knowledge? And my answer would be, your enemy is also doing the same. You see, when a narcissist watches such content, they are watching it not so that they could change, but they watch such content in order that they may be better at narcissism. And that's the main difference between your motivation. And that's the reason why you owe it to yourself to know what we will be learning all throughout. You owe it to yourself. You have to know the information because the enemy is learning things about themselves also in this video. You're not the only one who is awakening. Narcissists are also awakening. All right? But they are awakening in order to know how to trap you better. Because narcissists can't change. So it would be undoing yourself if you stepped into the battlefield unarmed. It would be undoing yourself. So you have to purpose to follow these videos, purpose to follow and imbibe as much information into your mind, imbibe it, cogitate the info in your mind. All right. Make sure that you dwell on it, build a mansion on equipping yourself, because the enemy is doing the same so that they can destroy you. There's an easier, more convenient excuse that people give for not tackling this issue when it is raised, because it's always easier to excuse away the narcissist, because they will fight back usually. The empaths are usually calm, they don't want any issues. And so when you're raising up this issue, when you're making it known, you will find that usually people's response to you would be attacking the victim, forgiving the perpetrator, because it takes some work and responsibility to be able to face that monster in your life. And people would rather just deal with you as collateral damage. Therefore, you have to take your power back. You have to take your power back. You just have to. And while you're doing so, I want you to know that you're not the only one. and I want to encourage you. Right now, I know it's overwhelming for you. I know I've been there. Um, for many for many years, God has been taking me through lessons uh, with various kinds of narcissists. I know it's all tied to my purpose in the end, but He has been doing that, allowing me to see every shade of green of what a narcissist presents. And so He's been putting me into situations where I find this type of narcissist, then that type of narcissist, then that type of narcissist. Then you become a complete warrior, so to speak. But back to yourself, because my main concern at this point is you. Before we even begin doing the battles and whatnot, if you're coming straight from narcissistic abuse, not many people can understand you. Not many people can. It doesn't matter where you go, church, mosque, the world, it doesn't, even therapists don't even know. Even the court system doesn't seem to know about narcissism, at least not deeply. So you might find that you're alone. You feel alone, and it's actually one of the signs that I use to estimate for whether someone is being narcissistically abused. When I ask someone about their issue, or when I just look at someone totally unable to describe the abuse they are going through, immediately it clicks in my mind that one is probably dealing with a narcissist, because they leave you in such a condition that you do not know left from right. They split you, they split your brain. If you live with a knack, you will split. There's just no way, there's no other way. Uh, it's like holding yourself down and someone is punching over your head nonstop. Um, at some point in time, it doesn't matter. There's no such thing as self-control, or there's no such thing. If 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 you are under a barrage of fists and blows while you are holding yourself like this, and it is never ending, you will be injured. There's no other way to look at it. And that is exactly what it is like to live with a knack. And I'm trying to empathize with you right now. I'm trying to help you know that you're understood. And I have a word for you. Before you even begin to feel the strength that you require, you have to learn to show compassion to yourself. Learn to show compassion to yourself, because compassion is what you have been denied. And by compassion for self, I do not mean pity for self. Do not pity yourself. There's a reason knacks target you. It's because of your virtue. It's because of your abilities. It's because you have some awesome traits in you. Those are not for pity. But all the same, do not beat yourself down. Do not finish the job that the knack started. Because right now I know how you feel. I know how you feel. You're overwhelmed. You're confused. You feel this this bearing burden on you that you cannot explain. You feel this tightness in your chest. You feel this brain freeze. unable to think, you're even wondering what's wrong with me, and you cannot even be able to explain your predicament. You're starting to appear as someone who has some psychosis or something because of the abuse you've been going through with a knack. And even as we continue, you will continue to see, um, you will continue to discover ways that you are being abused that you did not know are even abuse. But as we speak, I just want you to show compassion on yourself, empathize with yourself, think of yourself as someone else, think of yourself as the person who you're looking at and how you would feel for them if you saw them experiencing the abuse, the unjust treatment, the malignment, the total degrading that that a narcissist takes someone through. And I want you to think about how pity would negatively affect themselves, but how compassion would uplift them. Therefore, show compassion on yourself. You don't have to be able to go the whole way. You don't have to be able to know how to do it, but let it just start as a thought that, you know what, I have been abused and I will not be gaslit. Don't let anyone tell you you've not experienced what you've been experiencing. Now look, they don't know. They don't know. If they've not been with an act, they have no idea. They don't even blame them. They don't know what it is to live with a narcissist. Therefore, take it upon yourself to find that courage to have compassion on yourself. You deserve it. You've been abused unjustly for no reason. You've been made a target for no reason. You've been betrayed for no reason. By saying we are innocent, we are not saying we are perfect. But that's not even the conversation we are having here. We are just talking about straight up devilishness that you have been faced with just because you exist. Your vows have been broken. Promises have been broken. Your life has been used as a game. Your life is what they use to create stories after they come from work. You are their experiment to do whatever they want to do, to say whatever they want to say about. Have compassion on yourself. Do not finish the job they started. Do not destroy yourself. Uplift yourself. And that's the difference between pity and compassion. Compassion empowers. Pity destroys. Pity leads to a low self-esteem. Compassion leads to a restoration of your self-esteem. So we are going to be taking our power back. And this is not a game. This is not a game. If you're the person I'm talking to, there are things you're feeling right now already. There are things you're feeling that no one can describe. They can't understand it. Only a chosen person like you can understand it. Because only a chosen person like you has been chosen against by the enemy. Not everyone can understand. But strengthen yourself. Just say it in your thought. I am better than this. I am not the one who committed the wrong. I am not the abuser. And though the abuser has turned everyone against me and has manipulated situations against me, and I feel alone in the world, like a log at sea, still, I did not do anything wrong. And that is my power. That is not your weakness. That is your power. They think it's easy. They don't know how. They don't know that it took all that you got to control yourself. It took all that you got to not get back at them. The opportunities you had to destroy them when they had no idea. You still did not. They think it's because you're weak. They have no clue. It's because you're strong. Therefore, be on your side. Be on your side. Decide right now that from all the videos you will get to watch, the premise or the standpoint will be that you will be on your side. You will be championing your own team. Because you see, you have not done anything wrong. There is nothing wrong with you. And be careful about therapists, because you go to therapists, they don't even know about these things. They think everyone has a part to play. Have you ever gone to those therapists who tell you, you know what? What do you think you have done wrong yourself in the marriage or in the whatever or in this situation for this to have occurred? Because they just don't believe it's possible that you're innocent. So you don't feel hard, and nobody seems to be able to understand you. But right now, God has sent someone your way. There's a reason. You see, we're not even doing this in a perfect situation now, but God had to get this word out to you. Fate had it that you had to sit down. Now you're listening to me for like 20 minutes. It's almost 20 minutes now. And you've not clicked away. There are so many other things you could have done. And everything I'm saying, you are relating with. And whatever words cannot be said, you can feel it. Therefore, be on your side. Show yourself some compassion. And when you are showing yourself some compassion, imagine the things you would be doing to someone you are expressing compassion with. Do that to yourself. Go to the shower, clean up, go to the salon, go buy a nice dress, go buy a nice shoe. Understand? Go listen to some nice music, take a walk. Stop locking yourself in, sobbing the whole night. Stop going hungry. Eat something. The things that a compassionate person could have done to another, do those things to yourself. Because you will realize in this journey of narcissists and empaths, you will have to be your own doctor many, many times. And it will begin with being on your side. Until we meet again to the next on the next video, um, stay strong. Stay strong. Just stay strong. Listen, this is not a game. This is not a game. You need to make it. You have to make it. You have to make it. Tell me what you think in the video. In the comments below, mention something. Reflect on the video. This is just the start. there's a lot to say.